What's going on, everyone? It's Justin here, and today we're taking a look at some back-to-school tech that is in the budget price point of under $100. I've been doing this series now all the way since I was a student about 10 years ago, and it's crazy how time has flown by, but also seeing the products that we were able to get back then for under $100 compared to what we're able to get now has been an interesting experience. And honestly, everything has gotten quite a bit more expensive, but I've tried my best to keep good value in mind in terms of products that are useful, daily use, and also multi-purpose for any students out there who are getting ready or just anyone who is looking for some great tech products under $100. As always, I'm going to be giving away an item from this video, so just go ahead and subscribe to the channel, drop a like on this video, and leave a comment down below as to what your favorite item is, as well as your Instagram username, and I'll be picking a winner, and my team will be contacting the winner in 2 weeks. All these products are going to be linked down below and are under $100, so let's just go ahead and get started. So when it comes to a very unique pair of earbuds, I've tried out a lot of options on the market, both in terms of the budget price point and also in the premium tier. And this right here is a pair of earbuds that I feel like flew under the radar, and it is a Skullcandy Method 360 ANC, and it comes in at just $100. But what I really liked about this one is just how portable it is and its cool form factor. You can just have this carabiner to your backpack or your belt loop, so you can bring it with you anywhere instead of having to take up like pocket space, because it is a little bit large to fit in your pocket. But Skullcandy has actually collaborated with Bose to bring active noise canceling technology to this pair of earbuds at an accessible price and at an adventure lifestyle. At the hardware standpoint itself, I mean, as I mentioned, this case looks pretty cool. Your earbuds are able to slide out. You don't have to worry about losing it because it is attached to something. But on top of that, it also has pretty solid active noise canceling technology, and it's very comfortable. You tuck them into your ear like so, and it already has a pretty good seal, but I also love the way that they are molded to fit the ear canal, and at least with my ears, they fit pretty nicely. The sound quality is also pretty decent for its price. I feel like the bass is definitely prominent. There's good balance and character to some degree as well. And when it comes to the active noise cancellation, for the price point, it offers a pretty good seal. And on top of that, the battery life is 32 hours. 9 within the earbuds, 23 within the case, which is definitely on the top end of what I've tested so far, especially for active noise cancellation. When you're done using them, just pop them back into the case, hook them onto anything, and I feel like they are a very underrated pair of earbuds, especially in a very competitive market right now. You can never really have enough chargers, and this right here is the Nomad Slim Charger, and I've checked it out ever since it came out. They initially released it in a 35 watt and a 65 watt model, but they now also have a 100 watt model. And I think the whole mission behind it is to make a slim charger that you can bring with you anywhere, but also when it comes to having something like behind my nightstand or my desk setup in areas where I just couldn't fit a full-size plug, having an accessory like this has been a lifesaver. I have so many of them right now, and I use them when I'm traveling and stuff, but I just love the simplicity of how it works. You have the prong that flicks out, you have a USB Type-C port on the bottom, and on the 65 watt model, you actually have 2 ports with one that works faster than others, but honestly, 35 watts is gonna be fine for most people out there. If you have like a smartphone, even your laptop, you can charge it with this capability, but if you have devices that you wanna charge faster and have the capability, having the option of a 65 and a 100 watt is just incredible at just how thin the Nomad Slim Charger is. This one comes in at 25 bucks, but I believe the 65 watt comes in at $49. And they all feature GaN technology, which is kind of the standard throughout all of the good chargers nowadays, that not only ensure fast charging depending on your device's capability, but also safe charging, so it automatically regulates the wattage depending on what it deems suitable. So if you're looking for a great webcam that isn't too expensive but still has great image quality, AI features, and is very portable whether you're using it in your desktop or your laptop setup, the best one that I've checked out so far is the EMEET Piko Plus webcam. This webcam out of the box had great image quality, very clear and sharp, and I feel like that is like the fundamental, but the built-in AI features were also pretty solid. It was able to detect the scene quite nicely between the lights and the darks, calibrate the white balance accordingly, and it also also had pretty good low light performance as well. Some of the other AI features include deep learning algorithms that detect heads for facial exposure and beautification, which worked pretty decently, but I also found the autofocus to be solid as well if you're trying to demonstrate or show an object. It also has 3 mics, and thanks to the AI technology that optimize the audio, you can have it set to a streaming mode, a noise canceling mode, and an original mode. So that is very important when it comes to a camera that has better image quality than your built-in webcam, but also great microphones. And if you're spending $100, it has to be a pretty decent upgrade. And I feel like if you're gonna buy like a really cheap webcam, you might as well use the one that is built in. But this one is relatively affordable in the world of a solid webcam, while also having great features when it comes to video, audio, and AI. So if you're looking for a great mouse, this is a Logitech Lift. And I'm someone who has used the Logitech Master lineup in my main desk setup for as long as I could remember. I feel like it is like the longest standing product lineup that I've stuck to throughout my entire career. But if I'm just doing like productivity work at the office or just doing emails, I've actually been using the Logitech Lift as my daily mouse. I have it at my work computer and, you know, it's just very comfortable and natural. The ergonomics are really great. It is also a very light mouse. Battery life is impressive. And on top of that, I can connect it to 3 different devices, and the scrolling and everything just feels nice. There's also the buttons that you could technically program to horizontal scrolling, but for a price of $70, I think if you're looking for one really solid mouse that you can use back at your desk setup, whether it is in your dorm, your home, or even bring it with you everywhere, this is a really excellent option. So when it comes to setting up your space to one that is inviting, cozy, and one that you want to come back to, one of the best ways to do that is through lighting and through patterns. And this right here is the Galaxy Lamp Projector 2.0, and it comes in at $50. It really allows you to transform your entire space with just this one product. It's a futuristic device that fills your space with mesmerizing spotlights and project constellations, nebulas, and even ocean waves. You can pick your pattern, set the brightness and the angle, as well as the colors, and the adjustable LED backlight and high efficiency rapid synchronization develops a pattern that is very interesting and ever-changing to just be able to turn your room into a whole different vibe. You can control it all through the smart app integration, set different patterns, colors, and styles, and fine-tune it exactly the way that you would like, and it also has voice control built in. And you can choose between blue stars or green stars. And as you can see, you can kind of just angle it depending on which way you would like it to project in your room. And I feel like it is definitely a must-have for any student room out there. So if you guys want to go ahead and check it out for yourself, I'm going to drop a link down below. And a huge thanks to Galaxy Lamps for sponsoring this video. I feel like a lot of times with student tech, it is oftentimes the same category of stuff. And I was trying to think of something unique, and I figured the loop earplugs that I have right now are actually perfect for students. Here are 3 different models, and they kind of serve different purposes depending on what you'd like to prioritize. And it is honestly the best pair of earplugs, and really the only unique take to earplugs that I have ever seen. They're comfortable, they work great, they're non-obstructive, and still allow you to enjoy the experience and have it feel natural, but at the same time do an incredible job of protecting your ears, but also allowing you to optimize different scenarios where you might have to focus, sleep, or converse when there's a lot of things going around. The loop experience is great for if you're out at parties or at concerts and just have constant exposure to loud noises and you don't want to damage your ears long term. Personally, I didn't really party during university, but I know there are a lot of events, and having something like this is becoming very popular to be able to allow you to enjoy your music in the given scenario without blocking out the sound entirely. The Quiet 2 is great for sleep, and as I mentioned, I use this when I fly because I've tried wearing like AirPods before to try to block out plane noise and people talking, maybe a baby in the pod next to you. See, you have like a noisy roommate or you're staying at a dorm and there's just a lot of noise going around, but you want to be able to get a good night's sleep. The Quiet 2 is the perfect option for that. The loop earplugs are one that I feel like I was a little bit late to discover because whenever I mention it to friends, they talk about how they're looking to pick up a pair, already have one, or have also seen people use them before. So when it comes to the best iPad for students, I feel like there's a few different directions. Whether you get an iPad that replaces a computer entirely when it comes to power, or you go with something that is more affordable that you can bring around as an express setup, consume multimedia, and this right here is Apple's most affordable iPad, the iPad 11th gen with an A16 chip. But here are some accessories from ESR that can complement a full setup and in some ways replace an entire laptop. This right here is the Flex keyboard case, and it adds that great keyboard functionality that allows you to type and create, and it also has a larger trackpad. This right here, on the other hand, is the ESR Geo Digital Pencil, and it is a pencil that you can use with your iPad that is more affordable, is able to achieve very similar experience that you would get from the much more expensive Apple Pencil, and especially if you're looking for an affordable setup that still works great, going with something like this is able to give you that great experience. ESR also makes a great hybrid case, and this is a magnetic stand case that has multiple different angles. I can angle it in all of these different ways, whether it is for writing, enjoying movies and TV shows, or also for typing as well. And the versatility is what makes it so special through all of these notches and being able to adjust the angles nicely, not only in landscape mode, but in portrait mode as well. So if you guys want to go ahead and check out the Flip magnetic case, the Flex keyboard case, or the Geo Digital Pencil for yourself, I'm going to go ahead and drop a link down below. As for something for your home, the DREO Baristamaker I think is an amazing all-in-one product that is able to make your daily drink. Whether it is your morning coffee or something that you enjoy in the evening, hot or cold, whether it is your coffee, your matcha, or any milk drink or smoothie, there's just so much you're able to make within this one machine. And the Baristamaker Air is one that is portable, it's small, and it's an 8-in-1 power, versatile for all types of drink creation, whether it is dairy foam, hot or cold, non-dairy froth, or also a stir mode if you're planning to make a smoothie. It is great for latte art, and it comes with all the different pieces that you need to take advantage of all the different modes. But as you can see from a video that I did about the Baristamaker, I was able to make a lot of my favorite drinks, from the daily latte, an iced latte, maybe a quick stir coffee, Vietnamese iced coffee, as well as, of course, matcha, all in one machine. And I feel like at this price, for something that you can use multiple times a day, you just can't go wrong. When it comes to the budget episode, a lot of tools fall into this category under software as well. And with this whole AI wave, we've checked out a lot of amazing softwares in the past year that honestly really impressed me. I feel like the best all-in-one software for students is Notion, and particularly Notion AI. They have all the integrations such as GPT as well as Claude, and I personally use both of them separately for different use cases on my daily basis. So I feel like a lot of students are already going to have AI and subscriptions to AI, but Notion essentially bridges it all into one when it comes to organization, sorting out ideas, your schedules, and its intention is to be a second brain. Gamma is also a great presentation software that we have used a lot, and if you need to formulate something both visually and also from an information standpoint, generate images as well, it has been really good. For pitch decks, website concepts, and everything, Gamma has been amazing. And when it comes to app development, Lovable has also been one of my favorites. I mean, it is just amazing how you can now create an app with no experience within a matter of a couple minutes by typing in what you need within Lovable. On the website side of things, I've really enjoyed using Framer, and I mean, I've tried using a whole bunch of different web platforms, from Webflow to Squarespace, and again, my experience in that space is not huge, but I found Framer has a really good balance of being able to create visually appealing sites in a really quick matter of time, while also having some inspiration that is built in, and I also love some of their new features. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you go ahead and drop a like, and I have other episodes of Back to School Tech for you coming up in the next few weeks. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one.